Hey, thanks for joining me here. I wanted to shoot a quick video here and talk about the perfect mortgage and sort of how we came to it and why it is the perfect mortgage. It's about as close to perfect as you're going to find. And really the best mortgage is no mortgage at all, right? So this is the one that gets to zero the fastest way possible mathematically. And I think you'll see how that works with this video and why this might be a great mortgage for you to use. Free up all that cash flow. We say save it. We say save it and leverage it for your future. You can do whatever you want with it. However, if you were to save the money that you were spending or sending unnecessarily to the mortgage company, you could save that for yourself and create financial independence. That's really how we came to this mortgage, right? A very important piece of the financial puzzle. Biggest debt and the biggest asset that most people have, yet they really have not done anything to manage that debt, to manage that asset properly. And what we're going to focus on is we're going to focus on total interest cost, total payments, the time value of money, and what we call opportunity cost. In other words, what could you do with that money if you weren't spending it and saving it to the mortgage company, right? And again, your biggest asset is your biggest liability. But yet the technology that most people are using in America today is an 80-year-old technology. I can't think of anything that I use, any technology that I use that hasn't changed in 80 years, especially something as important as a mortgage. There's got to be a better way. And the perfect mortgage, of course, is the one that you pay the least amount of interest and pays off as quickly as possible. When you look at where people are putting their money, so much of the American budget and so much of their money goes to mortgages, more than retirement accounts, CDs, money market, checking and savings combined. A 30-year fixed rate mortgage, the stated rate might be 3.5%. I know interest rates are higher currently. Interest rates fluctuate, but interest rates are higher now. But at 3.5%, the actual interest you pay, people know this, but somehow they know it, but they don't know it. In the first year, it's 64%. After 10 years, it's 51%. It does decline, and over a 30-year time frame, it amounts to about 60%. 60%. That's at a 3.5% stated rate. Show you an example here of Todd and Gina who used this program to leverage and pay off all of their debt. Once they're paid off their mortgage, they used those payments to then pay off their mortgage debt, and then they saved the difference over the same amount of time. So they were debt free in 7.8 years without spending any additional dollars at all, zero additional dollars. Who's using this mortgage? Well, it's being used throughout the world. New Zealand, Australia, Europe, Canada have been very slow to adopt here in the United States. It's called an offset mortgage, and it's a first position home equity line of credit. We'll dive a little bit deeper at what does that mean, how does it work. Pretty revolutionary. I think it's going to sweep the country here in the next few years. And what is opportunity cost? That is, what if you save those payments? What would that be? So if you save 21 years worth of mortgage payments and you're paying $2,000 a month, $24,000 a year, that's $504,000. But it gets a little bit worse than that because you have to add an interest rate to that. And if it were growing at 8%, that's $1.2 million. So at the end of 30 years, that's potentially $2.5 million. So it's not just the interest that you're wasting. It's not just the extra payments that you're making, the cash flow, but what you could have done with that cash flow had you not had to send it to the mortgage company. A whole bunch of stuff here. Actual loan closing payments. We went with someone was looking at a 1.99 stated interest rate on a 15-year fixed, and we came back and quoted them on an all-in-one. They were actually paying $4,000 to buy the rate down. So these are called origination points of $4,400. And when we compared that to the all-in-one loan, which that's what we're really talking about here, they were able to pay it off 11 years sooner. And not 11 years sooner, by the way, amounted to, after 9 years, was $227,000. Let that grow, and at the end of 28 years, it was close to $1 million difference. Astounding numbers, I know. We'll go deeper into the numbers for you. Just wanted to give you kind of an idea of what this is really costing you. I wanted to share with you a video. I hope that the sound comes through. Let's see.
Hello, I'm Ben Stein, and I'm here to talk about the all-in-one home loan. Say hello to Jack and Jill, identical homeowners. Jack financed his $300,000 house with a traditional 30-year home loan. Jill financed her $300,000 house for 30 years with an all-in-one home loan from CMG Financial. Now remember, Jack and Jill are identical in every way. They make the same money and spend the same money each month. But because Jill has an all-in-one home loan, she'll pay off her house in just 11 years. Poor Jack. He still has another 19 years and more than $307,000 in additional payments before he is mortgage-free. So how did Jill pay off her home so much faster and save all that money? Anyone? Anyone know? When you think about it, a mortgage is just a simple math equation. But who says a lender can't change the equation in a way that saves you money? The all-in-one does just that by making one simple adjustment to the way interest is calculated. In fact, I think it's the greatest invention in personal finance in my lifetime. Here's how it works. Today, the money Jack deposits into his checking account just sits around doing nothing until he decides to spend it. Let's call that his lazy money. But with the all-in-one, Jill's lazy money gets a job. Instead of just sitting around doing nothing, the all-in-one puts her lazy money to work, lowering the balance of her loan until she needs it. Meanwhile, Jack's money just stayed lazy the whole time. That's one angry stick man. Don't be an angry stick man. Put your lazy money to work. Call a certified all-in-one specialist today. Find out how much you can save. I'm confident it will be the best decision you make all year.
Well, thanks so much for tuning in. I'd be happy to answer any questions. Let's get in touch. Chat soon. Bye for now.